Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of West Ham's 13th home game of the 21-22 Premier League season, where we welcome Newcastle to the London Stadium on Saturday afternoon, 12:30 kickoff, live on BT Sport 1 in the UK. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here, along with Admiral and Umbro Clout and Blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. Any purchases made through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity in the Newham area that are helping those in the Newham area, which is our spiritual home, that basically need food banks to put food on their table. So go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt and you'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. Now, the referee for this game is Chris Kavanagh. His assistants are Konstantin Hatzidakis and James Mannering. Fourth official is Graham Scott. On VAR is Jared Gillett, and his assistant is Harry Leonard. Our last 6 home games against Newcastle show we've won 3 and drawn none and lost 3. David Moyes has faced Newcastle at home 13 times as a manager, winning 6, drawing 3 and losing 4. David Moyes has faced Eddie Howe on 3 times as a home manager, winning 2, drawing 2 and losing 1. Newcastle have 2 games in hand over us going into this fixture. They're currently 17th in the table with 4 wins, 9 draws and 10 losses, but are unbeaten in their last 5 games in general on 21 points. Really good resurgence from Newcastle, getting rid of Steve Bruce and the new owners coming in and getting rid of Mike Ashley seems to have hit the reset button to a certain degree. You know, Eddie Howe taking the reins from Bruce has done some fantastic work with what he's got, and brought in some very, very good replacements for players that weren't playing properly in the January transfer window. Now, as we all remember, when we played Newcastle away the first game of this season, we won 4-2 despite going 1-0 down to a Callum Wilson goal. Creswell scored, as did Murphy, to take it 2-1 at half-time, but Benrahma, Souček and Antonio all scored in the second half to ensure the victory. This never say die attitude seems to have continued on from last season, and we are still doing it, still to this day, albeit slightly despairingly since the start of the season. But yeah, I mean, Newcastle's away form shows 1 win, 3 draws and 7 losses, scoring 7 and conceding 20 with an away goal difference of -13, with an average of 0.6 points per game away from home. They've picked up 4 points from their last 5 away games though, so that's not bad in any shape or form. Away from home, they've scored an average of 0.7 goals per game so far this season and conceded 2 goals per game. Their match goals average is 2.7. They've kept 1 clean sheet away from home and have failed to score in 3 away games. Average possession away from home is 39%, with 11.3 average shots taken per game and a 6% conversion rate. So still a lot of work to be done from that point of view. They've committed an average of 8.7 fouls per game and conceded an average of 11.2 per game. Their away formation seems to be slight variations of the 4-4-2 or the 4-3-3. So you can, for example, sometimes it's a 4-1. Was it 4-1-4-1 or 4-1-3-2-1? You know, it's variations of it, which would be interesting. Eddie Howe's quite a pragmatic manager as well, for that matter. Newcastle's style of play is taking a lot of long shots, long balls, crossing often, playing with aggression and playing in their own half, especially when they're in the lead, to try and obviously hold on to the lead. They're very good at shooting from free kicks, good at creating chances. Very good at aerial duels and stealing possession, but they are poor at finishing, keeping possession once stolen, avoiding fouls in dangerous areas and avoiding individual errors. They're also not very good at defending attacks down the wings, the counter-attacks, through-ball attacks, and are very poor at defending against skillful players, and up until recently, very poor at protecting the lead. They've done a much better job over the last few weeks. PremierInjuries.com shows long-term injuries with no expected return dates for Jamal Lewis with his groin injury, Callum Wilson with a calf and heel injury, Matt Ritchie with his knee injury, Isaac Hayden with a knee injury as well. Kieran Trippier is being assessed for a fractured bone in his foot. I think it was talking about he's fractured his metatarsal, which is a possible recovery of 6 to 8 weeks. We'll have to obviously find out more as the weeks progress. Manquillo also from his fall and what looked like a twisted ankle he had. Both of these guys picked up injuries during their 1-0 victory over Villa before our away game to Leicester. Lascelles has been assessed for illness that's kept him from the Villa game, and Fernandes may be back for this for their trip to Brighton, not for this game, because he's still recovering from his thigh injury that he picked up a few weeks ago, but he is back in training. Matt Targett will be back for this fixture, as he couldn't play against his parent club Villa on Sunday, whereas that makes complete sense there. Their average goal scorer so far this season is no surprise John Joe Shelvey, despite what the two Davids that are in charge of West Ham say. He scored 2 goals so far this season, and no surprises that their highest assister is Alan St. Maximin with 2 goals and 2 assists as well. Players to look out for: those two, of course. Matty Longstaff, Chris Wood, as he's desperate to score since he made his January move from Burnley. There's Clark as well. There's Cher or Shah, depending on your pronunciation of him. A lot of people that we need to keep an eye out for. Now, over the last 4 weeks, we've had an amazing 4,900 views. It's been absolutely fantastic, but it just means... But we're back. Just over a third of those people have coming from people that are unsubscribed. 1,800 views from people that aren't subscribed. So, guys, if you're enjoying the content and you want to know more, then by all means, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. If you're enjoying the content I'm doing here, just imagine what sort of budget I'll be able to have with more subscribers, and I'll be able to bring in guests on a regular basis as well, for that matter, like I used to do when the channel really started to take off. So hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Now, turning to West Ham, it was a good point against Leicester at the weekend. It was a hard-fought game in both halves, really. I don't understand what was going on with Soufal in the second half. He's had a bit of a ropey game, as has Souček over the last few weeks. It seems that Bowen seems to be carrying a knock from that game and is currently being assessed, and as is Zuma, who had to pull out due to gastro problems within 20 minutes prior to kickoff, because he was suffering from the night before, as David Moyes said in his press conference. So 50% chance of both of these players returning for this fixture. There's no other news as yet, but yeah, it was a tricky time, and so yeah, guys, this pretty much brings me round to talking about the starting 11. But before we do that, we obviously go into this game 2 points behind Man United after their 2-0 victory over Brighton on Tuesday night. So yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. I've maintained all season, and as has David Moyes has never ever said that he wants to get Champions League football. What he said, because he's even turned the question around to the pundits that are asking it, because we've been floating around 4th, 5th and 6th. He actually said, well, you guys are saying it. I'm not saying that we want Champions League. Because what David Moyes said, that he wants us to challenge the top 4, not challenge for the top 4. It's interesting when you read other people's interpretations rather than seeing it source. But at the same point, guys, we are excluding this fixture. After this fixture, I should say, we've got 12 more games to see if we can try and get as many points as possible, and I'm absolutely loving it. And to be honest with you, this is the starting 11 I reckon we should go with that should hopefully give us a decent result against Newcastle.
Fabianski in goal, with a back 4 of Johnson, Dawson, Diop and Creswell. Souček and Rice in the defensive midfield positions, with Vlasic, Fornals and Benrahma in midfield, supporting Bowen up front.
So guys, as always, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on this. By all means, if you're enjoying the video, then by all means, please do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already and you're new around here, by all means, as I say, please do so. It will help me out, and especially with the likes will help me out as well, for that matter. We will have the full-time thoughts at the weekend. I'm not entirely sure I'll be able to do it on Saturday afternoon yet. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but it will be up at some point over the weekend. So in the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a fantastic time, and I hope to see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.